Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is A Date with Miss Hannah. So today we are going to start with the principles that underpin the PDM or principles of the PDM or Parish Development Model. I have a video on the purpose of the Parish Development Model and introduction to the Parish Development Model. If you have not watched them, please check the channel and watch them if you need them. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and also share this video to others that may actually be in need of it. So the first principle is organization. The PDM will focus on organizing the subsistence households into formal organizational structures such as associations and cooperatives to harness economies of scale, access to financial services, production, storage, marketing, and extension services. So remember, we say the parish development model goes back to the lowest administrative unit, which is the parish. So in that, in due process, they'll need to organize these various subsistence households because the aim is to change these subsistence households into money economies. So they'll have to organize them into various structures such as organized associations, cooperatives, or we can say circles, in order to harness economies of scale and provide better access to financial services, production, storage, marketing, and very many other services. Because you realize it will be easier for government to provide funds and other support if these guys are actually grouped and organized. Next is coordination and collaboration. The PDM emphasizes coordination and collaboration of the state, private sector, and civil society to leveraging on the whole leveraging on the whole of government approach to socio-economic development. So when we were going through in my previous video, we talked about the PDM being inclusive or carrying out inclusion. So when you look at the point of inclusion, they're trying to include everyone without leaving out anyone. And this creates a lot about coordination and collaboration. So one of the principles of the PDM is coordination and collaboration. Then the other point is market orientation. The PDM is premised on all households producing for food and the market, and thus will promote modern information communication technology and commercialization along the value chain. The next point is inclusion. The PDM is all inclusive, like we said, it does not leave out anyone. Systematic and a deliberate approach to intervene at each of the value chain stages in a coordinated manner to provide affirmative action for special interest groups. So they don't want to leave out these special interest groups. Various programs, the previous programs were not inclusive. For example, the Youth Livelihood Fund. This only aimed at the youth, but with the PDM, we are aiming at going down to everyone, even including the special interest groups. For example, the women, the youth, the elderly, and persons with disabilities. The next point is equity. The PDM shall promote balanced growth across different regions, tribes, and gender. Previous programs like the NUSAF, this is Northern Uganda Social Action Fund, actually only looked at certain places. We also had Luwero Renzori Development Program. These were aimed at only certain regions and not the economy as a whole. So when you look at the PDM, the difference is that the PDM is aimed at creating equity or promoting equity and balanced growth across different regions, tribes, and gender. Then we have prioritization. Government shall use the PDM to support flagship commodities in a particular ecological zone that link production, processing, and market enterprises. Then we have evidence-based. Decisions and actions under the PDM shall be driven by data, analysis, monitoring and evaluation, learning, and results. So this is going to help in better decision making, and this is also going to help look at the loopholes, look at where we've made mistakes, and be able to learn from those mistakes. The other point is participation. The PDM recognizes that participation of stakeholders is fundamental to the success in development. It will ensure that commodities are empowered to be part of the solutions to local problems and participate in their development process. So participation is just like inclusion. Everybody is participating in their own growth. Then we have transparency and accountability. That the PDM will include a robust system with checks and balances to ensure that resources reach the intended beneficiaries. It emphasizes operating with integrity and maintaining the highest standards of performance in governance, administration, business processes, financial and human resource management, as well as oversight roles. Um, when you look at this point of transparency and accountability, when we go back to my previous video, we talked about the purpose of the PDM, and one of the purposes was to actually increase accountability at local level. So that is how accountability comes in as a principle of the PDM. So that is all for today. Those are our principles, and we shall come back. We shall meet in our next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.